Hello, doing this video to give you the shower that I had really nice temperature, really happy with the temperature. Hello, doing this video to give you the bus that I got home. Sorry, the bus that I got to Waitrose, sorry. Really friendly, really happy with the service I was given. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the shift at Sheffield United went really well and happy with how it went. Hello, doing this video to give you the bus that to give you Waitrose, really friendly, really happy with the service they gave me. Hello, doing this video to give you the bus that I got. Eccles to Exeter Road, really friendly, really happy with the service they gave me. Hello, doing this video to give you the two steps, really friendly, really happy with the service game. Hello, doing this video to give you the fish and chips. Really nice, really enjoyed them. Hello, doing this video to give you the Pelican crossing when coming back from two steps worked really well. I'm really happy with how well it worked. Hello, doing this video to give the water. Really nice, really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to give you Swansea show 7 AM to 10 AM. It was really disappointing. It could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you of Nick Bright show 10 AM to 1 PM. It was really disappointing. It could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you of Sidehansson and Manson LA show 4 PM to 7 PM. Really disappointing. It could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you of the pre-party with Cash and FLG. It was really disappointing. 7 PM to 9 PM. It was really disappointing. It could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you Kenny Allstar show 11 PM to the rap show of Kenny Allstar 9 PM to 11 PM. Really disappointing. Could have been better. I'm doing this video to give you the R&B show with Chucky 11 PM to 1 AM. It was really disappointing and it could have been better. The teams that drew and won fair results. The teams that won and drew 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 fair results. Hello, doing this video to my thoughts to Sheffield United QPR. I think, look, it's frustrating to not come away with 3 points, but listen, you've got we've conceded, we've been leaking a lot of goals recently in the last couple of games. 3 against Derby, conceded the other night against Coventry. So listen, so the important thing was to not make the mistakes that were happening in the previous games and at the back, and that's the good thing about that's the real positive about today. Listen, we may not like certain players, which is fine, but it's terrible. It's not good to get on people's back like Ogbeni. I mean, alright, he might not do what you want to do, but he's put 2 crosses in the second half. So, and maybe he's better as an impact player rather than a player who starts the game. So, look, to get on his back is stupid, really, and I feel sorry for any footballer who signs potentially in January, because what happens if they don't play well? You're going to get on their back as well. So anyway, it was really positive to not to lose the game. Could have been 3 points, would have been better, but listen, it's not a loss. Kept a clean sheet, and this is a good base to build from. This is a good platform to build from. Kept a clean sheet, and I'm sure. I mean, even look at James McAtee. I mean, he didn't start particularly well, and then he got better as it went on. So people change opinions, and he just needs a bit of confidence about him. I mean, I think he should be running more his man rather than going back on himself. He'd be better running and putting a crossing, because that's what he's supposed to do. So he needs to start doing that. But anyway, it was a positive, it was a good base to build from, and the important thing was not to lose. Hello, I'm doing this video as well to say that I was very, very surprised that a work colleague decided to leave. Look, I don't want to go into any reasoning, but I think it's from my point of view, it came as a surprise to me, because to me it came as a bit of it came as a surprise to me, because look, we all leave in different ways. We all have our own reasoning for leaving, and look, it's, well, I'm hoping that hopefully they're going to calm down. Hopefully they'll calm down these next, because the next shift is in 2 weeks as it is anyway. So look, at the time there's a lot of emotion which happens, a lot of emotion at the time. But hopefully they'll calm down a bit. They'll calm down. They'll think it through, and hopefully they'll come back, because I will be honest, they're great. They're valuable. They're a valuable member of the team. It's like, put it this way. So we've got a band called the Well Collective at my church. Okay, we've got a group called the Well Collective who make their own music, who write their songs. So if one of those singers leaves, or 4 of the singers leaves, it leaves a big hole in the group. It leaves a big hole, because they're valuable for that. They're valuable to the other musicians. They're valuable to the group. You don't make music with one person. You can't make music. You can't release albums with one person. Well, yeah, you can. You sort of can, but anyway, everyone has their own input and skills to the group. So as stewards, everyone has different skills. They've got a lot of skills which, like, they're very, very valuable to the team. That's why I bought the group up. Do you know what I mean? So they've got valuable skills to the group. They're an important member of the team. So like I said, I'll go back again. So like the Well Collective, obviously I am using the scenarios, and do you know what I mean? I mean, you're gonna be thinking, who are this group? Well, obviously they're a group who were at my church, perform at my church. They're band members at the church, at my church, and they write music. Obviously they've made an album. And obviously they've got different members of the band. So you've got like the worship team, the ones doing the worship. You've got the guitarist, you've got the piano, and you've got the one on the drums. So it's never straightforward, but anyway, I'm hoping that they change their mind. The person who's obviously the steward today, who's deciding to leave, I hope they change their mind, because I think it would be a big loss if they were to leave. It would be a big loss to the team.